Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I will use a Python, alright, and connect from Python to our web service via WebSocket. So why I do use a Python? Because in this project we will use a Raspberrypi and Raspberrypi camera to streaming video, and we can place this camera in our home or garden or any public streets, whatever you do. So in the Raspberrypi, it default shipping with Python language. We can install more languages like Nodejs on the Raspberrypi, but I don't want to install Node.js because it can be take more memory on the default this Python or this Raspberry hardware. So let's save our Raspberry memory. So I recommend to use Python because in our client we don't do much type. We just allow getting a command from server via WebSocket, so the user can turn on or off camera by sending a command to our server, and the rest service server will send back to Raspberry device and turn on or off this. So I recommend to you by a Raspberry Pi 0WS. This does mean the Wi-Fi integration. This just only about $10. You can buy it from I think it should be about $10. Let's buy it now. Now you see a lot of marketplace. You can pick one, for example, Pi Hood, and you just buy on. You can buy all this packet right here, or just buy only 0 Pi 0W. Is it only about $10? And you may need about memory cards or SD cards. You need this one for so we need micro USB power or Rtmp. But I will show you how to install Raspberry Pi later. But the SD card is recommended to buy the one. Okay, so you also need to buy a Raspberry Pi camera. Just pick one, or this is night version. This means our camera will be works on the night or day. Okay, so get back to our project, and here is my GitHub profile. I prepare a document for Python Raspberry Pi setup. So in this video, I'm not going to work on real Raspberry Pi device. Just make a test for on our Macs for testing and development. So we will deploy Python up, and when we done it later. For now, just work on it. So the default, my Mac already set up with Python. So I don't want to set up the Python language anymore. So if you don't have a Python on your OS, let's just set up it. Okay, so another thing I recommend is Python. So let me open Python. This is a very recommended tool for development of Python, because I'm new to Python as well, so I recommend use this tool, and we can debug it easy. So you can download the PyCharm from JetBrains, PyCharm, and just searching for that, and you can download the PyCharm and set up it on your OS. So click download now. And this version you need to have a license, and you have to buy this. But for me, I'm using community, and this version is for free. So I just download it. So now config it. Alright, Python. Okay, starting using it. So for now, I got our project in Python. So the first thing we need to do, update this. We got this in tutorial and stream. So let's open my terminal and alright, cd and drag is my project to this and pull to updates. Okay, so after that I got a Python Raspberry Pi setup. So we need to follow the document. I did prepare here for guide, very easy. So in the PyCharm, I am going to create a new project. And remember our project in tutorial and stream. So you need to copy that cd tutorial stream. Right. And I'm going to name this project Raspberrypi. Right. And we set up new environment, the virtual environment as well. Let's select this. Created that. It can take about a couple of minutes to install all the library. So we don't show this. So that. Right, so we got it, and now we need to. So get back to our document. We need to set up all the package we need, because we are communicating from the Raspberry Pi via our REST service with WebSocket. So right to library, I'm using that in Autobahn and treat it right to this. So let's copy the name and now and go to Python and travel, and we got project and project enter. Alright, so let's select. Right, so the pip, it look like it is so. Right, so I need to run install pip. So in my Mac, just copy that. And let's do this by passing command right here. So we just set up pip is a Python package manager for Python, and should be need to use it in our development. Right, so it's downloading. Okay, so it's done, and now let's do this. Okay, so it's done. So get back to PyCharm, and we need to add more library because we use Autobahn. So let's select this and install the package. Okay, so done it, and we need to one more thing, twist this one. Select it and click install the package. Okay, so it's installed and right. So we got Twist and Autobahn. Either these two libraries we are using this in our project, so it's already installed. So click up OK. Okay, so done. So for now, I'm trying to make a very basic in root project, and for example, need to make a new file app.py. Right, so I'm going to make a very simple project by sample app class app, and we got first init. And here I'm trying to make a very simple by print this. Hello, yeah, I am a pi. So let's save that. And here in our PyCharm, and you just select it and run this app. Alright, so it's nothing happened because we didn't run this. So in final, try to make right by app equal app, and so here it should be automatic. Let's run again. Now you should see the matrix because it defines initialize function in Python. So you should see a matrix hello Ffmpeg. Right, so that is how Python, the very basic Python languages. So get back up my document about Python WebSocket for client. As we know, we use a twist and autobahn for sample. I made a very basic course and connect to our server. So copy that and let's move this to our py.app. Right. Couple things you need to, this automatically reconnect to our WebSocket server. So let us make sure you replace with your server IP address. This is a localhost as well, and WebSocket, and running on this port. For now, I'm trying to run this, and you see it doesn't work because our backend server is not start. So okay, so let's run it. You can click on it, run it, or even run this right on Python. Run it down. Now you should see stop and stop again, and this automatically check service server and reconnect this. Okay, so now I am going to open our project, and now we need to store an API. For example, change to API and npm star, and our server is running, but no shortcut setup. And so we need to open the project in WebStorm, and like WebStorm, I'm open the stream project in WebStorm and make some WebSocket server and allow the Python connect. Right, we got the API and index file. So and this is how we did in the last video for Nginx config and stream video sample movie to our server. So we need to set up a socket server and allow the Python, and this will be run on Raspberrypi device. And for now, I'm just running on my Mac for development. So we need to set up a server socket available on port 2001 and allow the Raspberrypi device connect this. Okay, so so change to API, and I'm going to install a new module for WebSocket server. So npm install micro WebSockets and save that. Okay, so micro WebSocket already installed. So the next thing we need to import it and set up a new WebSocket server in our index file. So in stop of index file, we need to import cross server. We are using WebSocket server equal require micro WebSocket. And here we got the app and the server. So in here now set up WebSocket server. So app.websocket server equal new server, and we are using server from WebSocket, and parameter should be server equal app.server. Okay, so we can actually can copy, we can do inside this app.websocket server.on connection. We can do that by WebSocket and by console.log new client. For example, very easy to do. New Raspberrypi is a connect. Right. So in do that now, you should see in our Raspberry Pi the connect, and let's open the PyCharm, and now you should see sockets connect to the server, because you know in our app protocol, and this is the alright, we attend this class WebSocket Client protocol. So when we do define or open this in the function, so when we file the connect is socket, we print to the console. Alright, connection is open. Now we got it. And here try to send a message. In this case, hello server, and this is send a sample message. Hello server, I am Raspberrypi, and this do loop this. So that's basic. And here, if you make a more function for listen a message, for example, this case on message with the message. So try to do by console log p is sending in right how it's true message received from Raspberry Pi E, and here we got message. So you should see in our service we got the message from server I am Raspberry Pi. Now if I change this hello server, and right here, do you have any job for me to do? So we stop this and start again. Now we got server is a connect, and now in the console we should see the message P here, do you have any job for me to do? And that is how we do. And this function, and it can be loop again. So now you can see the message looping. Right. So the message from Pi here, do you have any job to do? Okay, so that is how we send a message from the Raspberry Pi to our WebSocket server. It is very basically, and I hope you understand it right easily. Okay, so we got that is how we send a message from socket server. But for me, I'm not going to use this in index file. I want to keep index file clean, and so in this case I'm going to make a new file is the connection. So yes, and right, so I pause connection equal new function with app equal parameter. So in this case we can import this, import connection, import connection from connection. So we got connection function. So in this case, let's copy that. Cut this, and we do app.connection equal connection, and we pass our parameter to our connection function. So here we can do this by app. It should be the same thing, and now you should see in our server our import. So alright. So import is not work on native Nodejs yet. We have to use Babel or ES6 compile. So in this case, cross connection equal require. Right, so it should work. Okay, server is starting, and now you should see the Python connect, and Py is a connect, and we got repeat the job for me here. Okay, cool. So the Py is a connect to server, and for now I'm trying to do is I want to do an example, a job for me is, so in this case automatic, and here we got automatic. We got the message from the server, and here I'm going to send a message to server, from server to Raspberrypi. Right, now I'm going to uncomment this code, and we don't stand this loop forever. So remove that, or just uncomment this code. Alright, cool. So for now, I'm trying to send a new message when Raspberrypi is connected, and that means we know Raspberrypi connect, and now we need to send this by WebSocket, and exactly WebSocket object and call send, and cross command need to send to Pi. So in our project, you don't have to name a variable like this, but I just want to name this for easy to, for you can understand it. So right, with the function this object, and with action, alright, for example action, alright, stream and payloads go to, and this means now I want to send to the Raspberry Pi, hey P, please open camera, something like that. And here we can do by send json.string array command needs to send to P, and so we do that, and server now restart again. And now in Raspberry Pi you should see got message from the server. We did log, got the message from the server, and action stream and payload equal to, and that is how we send a message. This will be a command sent to Raspberry Pi P, payload equal true, and that means P understand, hey, in this case I need to open the camera. So that is how we connect to the Raspberry Pi. So right, so I'm not going to uncommand this, and here we need to make a router. For example, make to router.js. Alright, so here export router equal function will be up at a parameter. So in index file we got this. So I will copy that, and we keep our app very clean. So copy to router. So and here index file now much cleaner. I've also copied to the top. The name again, method to be get API. Root API. Okay, so we got a router exports router. So let's copy the name router into index file, and we need to import it. Alright, so let's give it a little bit space right here, and I'm going to cross router from, I require router, and we don't need include a JS extension to the router file. And here we got app.router equal router app at the parameter, because in initialize we got app at parameter. Okay, so cool. So we should same, and so we got our server is running on this host. Alright, so I missed something. Local host. Alright, this should be // and this. Right, I'm going to stop B because we need to reload it. I already uncommented the reload, sending a message for our server for looping. So stop it and run again. Now we got only one message. Raspberrypi is connect, and this is sending at one time. And this code now is a very cool because I did integration and automatically connect to the server, and when the server lost connect or Pi is a certain lost internet connection, so and when it reconnect, it will automatically connect to the server. So for now, I'm going to stop our Red service server, and let's see. In our Raspberry you should see stopping, and now it's automatically reconnect and should not connect because our server is stopped. And again, I'm going to start again server. Now you should see a message should be connect. Come on, run again. Okay, so finally it's connect. It connects to the server, and when it connect, it also do message. Alright, we got a message pi here, and yeah, an act for server. And the next time we do it like this, when a Raspberry Pi is a connect, we need to show him what he can do. Alright, start of camera is open or off. Okay, for now I'm going to work on router, and we might make a new router for this. And we got the router. Alright, let's copy that. Port method API and camera ID and camera ID. Alright, action. Alright, stream. Camera stream. So in this case, alright, send command to the server with camera ID and stream or stop stream. So we got this app.port. We use the port method with API and ID. For example, camera ID. We got camera. Camera and ID and stream. So in this case, we got the request, response, and next. So alright, so I'm using the postman and make a tag to our server with that. So let right, it should be port localhost HTTP localhost port 3001 API camera. and stream. Right, parts. This is a body. I'm going to send a route with the JSON format. So do like this. Stream. Camera stream equal to. So I'm going to send this preset body with stream a 2 or 4. So in this case, we got right body equal request dot body. So we just use a loader. So we have to require cos right equal require loadout. So in this case, we can use a loadout function. So and cos, and the first thing I'm trying to control log cos body command equal body. So log to console and we then return rather stars 200 and JSON right receive true. And after got it, we can send a shortcut to Raspberrypi later. For now, I'm going to test. Alright, so what happened? Port API camera. So camera which should be an ID. For example, for camera ID, in this case, I'm named the ID of camera to be this. So we got a return message which received true. And let's see in our console, we got the body command trim 2. Okay. So in this case, we got stream 2 or 4 and git cross stream equal choose loadout function get the body stream and default give it 4. Right, so in here, right, so how do we send to Raspberrypi? So we got it from client, and this API endpoint we can show to the user, and we got a button on the React app and send back to our API port. So we got this message from the user. Alright, so we need to send P. Alright, so I'm going to comment by after receiving a message. Alright, action from a user owner of camera. We need to send to Raspberrypi with stream or not stream. Okay, so how we do that? Remember, in our connection, we can send to a command. For now, just sending to right. So I'm going to do this by let's connection equal. So we are going to use a new library, and so in API npm install and save Immutable, and we can use Immutable for management of our object or an arrays in collection. So do that by connection, or even you can do by client equal new artist map, but we have to import all this map too, right? Cross all this map from Immutable. Right, sorry, it should be equal and require Okay, so new address map, just empty. So when we got a Raspberry Pi to connect, and here we do this on connection, new address Pi to client. Alright, collection. This is just a cake collection, and we are using cake, and query is the father. So let's cake this. Right, called new client equal an object, and here I'm trying to generate a new client. For example, we got key, so I recommend to insert another import npm insert stable MongoDB, and we will use a MongoDB later, but for now I'm just using a new function to generate a new ID. So we can do this by cross object ID equal require MongoDB. Object ID D should be capitalized. Right? Object ID. So in this case, let's first thing we generate a new ID. So cast client ID equal new object ID and to string. So client ID, we got this ID to be like that. Alright, so we can do that ID, and so for now we just not name anything, but the next time in production we send a method to hello p here, and we send a method with a payload, for example a payload with like this. Alright, I'm going to add some more font. And for you, and you can see it's better on my screen. So for example, next time we send hello to server, so p, right, for example ID with secret key and the key, something like that, and we can log to to the server later. So for now, just ID like that, and okay, so that is enough. Just ID and John. Or even I recommend you create this to new date, something like that, so we can know the latest time when Raspberry Pi connect to our server. So in this case, client equal client dot set, and we use an immutable, so set exactly the function. The first parameter should be a string ID, and we use client ID, and here is the object new client. We add to that. So in this case, we can make a new function to client app or this map. I'm going to make a new function equal get right cross get client equal function to return client. So in this case, we got app dot connection, and so in this case in our router we can do by cross connection, right? P, so connection equal app dot connection dot get connection get client. So alright, we got problem, and connection is just a function. So here I'm trying to name a connection to be an object, a class. So we rename this by a pros connection. So we do this by class connection, and we have a constructor with app. Right, so right here we can have a gadget connection equal new artist map, like that. And here we got on socket, right? Socket server connect, and we copy that socket server connect, and copy this to right here, and app is this.app equal app, and cross app equals this.app. Right, so in this initialize function, we need to call this socket server connect. Right, so in this case, export default connection equal exactly connection. Right, so this case we have, for example, is a get client equal function, and we return this dot connection. So in this case it would be same thing. Let's see this. Alright, should be app.connection should be initialized. In the file now it's not a function. It should be new with app. Right, should be running cool. And here we got client. In our router we got get client. So now let's see this by loop through a function. For example, in this case I'm trying to send all the Raspberrypi. So in the next time we can send to the Raspberrypi. We got the Raspberrypi ID, and we find exactly where is the Raspberrypi ID. So okay, so let's do this connection, and here connection dot for each, and we loop every connection. It loop every right, Raspberry Pi socket client, and send this command to Pi. So for it should be the first thing should be value should be connection, and key, next parameter is a key, but we don't need key. Right, for now let's do it by connection, and right here I got problem when connection is a connect, and we need to add this WebSocket add property to WebSocket to be WebSocket, and we can use it later. For example, in this case, cross w add equal connection w add, and if check w add, and here we w add dot send, send a message. For example, send a message. In this case, send a message like this. Cosmetics equal new object to be action equal stream, and payload equal to exactly payload. Real payload. And right here, random message should be JSON.string iframe message. So that means we are going to send the Raspberrypi the message hello stream true. So for now, let's see. It's stopped because our server is stopped. Let's see what happened. Right, client is notified. Okay, get client and return this connection. app.connection. Server guest connection. Client is not defined, and where is the connection.js like 39, where is 39? Oh, right here, client, because now we come to class, so we call this client equal this client, set client, or even you can make a new function by add client with ID and client. So in this case, let's copy that. This client to be now rename it to ID and client. And in this case, we call this should add client with ID, client ID, and new client. So, and we can use it later. So we can make a new function, remove client should be ID, and here is this client equals this client. Sorry. All right. Z dot client. And we return client, and we can do by this client dot remove with the key ID. Okay, so that's get client. Okay, now it should work. Okay, hello Zappy. It's stopping, and I believe it should be automatically reconnecting. Alright, cool. And it will retry in 53 seconds. So I don't wait for an in retry in the more than a minute. So let's stop it first and restart it again. And now we got the connection open. And this is the first message we got from Raspberrypi. So for now, I'm trying to send a message to Pi. And here I'm trying to send a stream equal true, and let's see. Right, so we got a message from the server action stream and payload equal true. And now we can implement a new action stream and payload equal true. And so, and if what happened if it changed to 4, and that means right, we got a new action from the server payload equal 4. So that is how we send a command from user, and this API we can use it for React frontend and REST service, and make a request and add a post method and send back to our server, and server will send back to Raspberrypi. Okay, so cool. Alright, so I'm going to stop this and make a more verify in this. So we got hello server. Right, we can do this implement it later and get back to our project, our document. We got it methods. This does mean we streaming a video to the server. Alright, with the video MKV. So now this means I'm going to streaming this video to our server. So let's see. We got store live and it's empty. And now I'm going to open new tab in my terminal and change it to my Fruta project and copy this command. And this command, you remember we did do this in the last video tutorial for streaming a movie to our server. So here let's try this path right here. You got connection failed because we didn't start Nginx. You know, our Nginx is listed on port 3002, and right now it's offline. So we need to start it by Nginx. Now refresh, it should work. And again, refresh command to streaming a movie sorry, in the video mkv. And now you should see, if we done it, you should see a new folder created. Alright, I'm streaming with the streaming key is my name. For example, I change it to the key and something like that. So you should see a key, a secret key, or streaming. Alright, that is how we do manually run a command to use the Ffmpeg. So let's stop this and delete this. Right, so now I'm going to do this in the Raspberrypi. So how we call external Raspberrypi command to streaming a video, and this means and the next time we can send from server to Raspberrypi. Hey Raspberrypi, please show me a camera in my dining room or my garden, right, or kitchen, garage, something like that. And so let's see about document, and we are using a new streaming subprocess, and subprocess is the library in the Python, and it's a default, and we can use it into exec a command. So I'm going to let's working on the PyCharm, and I'm going to make a new class in Raspberrypi in Python. So class app, we got initialize depth. Depth exactly a function in Nodejs. So in Python it's a depth. Right, so for now we got init. So, and the first thing I'm going to try to make a console to console. So for example, print app init. So so I'm going to make a new more function depth decode matrix. Decode matrix. And the next parameter will be payloads. And here I'm trying to make a console. This got a method need to decode. And payloads. Okay, so that we got new app class. So in this case, when we got a new method in our class, so we got a new method. So in this case, got the method from the server, and here I'm trying to make a new by. Right, now we need to decode this method and know what is the server command. So app equal app is we initialize new app without define in the top, right? So app new app. So we call app dot decode method. We dot create a new method right here, decode method. Decode method. So we got parameter should be a payload. Should be payload, right? Here is payload. Okay, so payload, and here this is JSON format. So for now I'm just try to run this. Now you should see connect is open, and now it's a no method right here. I'm going to send a method from the server in hey please turn on camera, send it true, and that means we got a method need to be decoded, and this is a string in JSON. So how we do decode that? So I did write it on my document. We use a JSON for reading a method and decode or encode the string method. So the top of PyCharm, and we need to import the JSON. So in this case, we decode the methods, and here, right, we got a JSON methods equal and JSON.load. Exactly, payload. We need to pass to our parameter payload. So right, so we got action equal, because we got the action is a field of property. Action equal JSON methods dot get action and payloads. Sorry, action and payloads value equal payloads value equal JSON methods dot get payloads. This is payload field a property. Right, so here we need to do this. But we need to make a check by if action equal stream and this case if action equals stream, and then we make a new function equal. So I'm going to define a new function with here I'm going to name the function to was stream. Right, so for example, show camera. Right, like that. New function show camera. The first parameter is a cell, and next parameter equal star. So if action equal true, and here we call it to cell dot show camera. Right, so camera with payload value. Payload value it should be the star true or not. Either blue. Nothing like that. It's blue. Okay, so add action. Right, so in this case we do show camera. Alright, so camera and rename this. Alright, so I'm going to make a console to print we need to show camera. Yeah. Immutable. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so show camera. Okay, so now I'm going to start again Raspberry. Stop first and start it. Connect is open, and now I'm going to send a command from user. It's send this, and we got it. We need to show camera true, and that means need to show camera. Or otherwise, let's see. It show camera is false, and that means we need to stop camera. We check if camera streaming in process, and we need to stop it. Let's do that. And we got a new method. Need to show camera equal 4. Right, so do like that. Show camera. So in this case, okay, the first thing we need to do is copy a method of Ffmpeg. Let's copy that. And here I'm going to make a new command we need to import subprocess in, and that means we can use it in this show camera. It's a bool or for right here. I'm going to cmd is command Ffmpeg command equal right this command, and we need to change the value of streaming key later. right? So we can variable top something like that, right? Secret stream key equal, for example, streaming equal Tapian, something like that. But for now, we can fix, leave it as fixed, right? For it's easy, we don't need to change it anymore. The next time with streaming key and right, for example, API key equal something like that, and we need to validation before to start this command. Alright, for now, let's keep it default command and make sure you verify this. User, my name, and tutorial Rtmp is exactly the video in our project. And you can change it in your video mkv link for match to your movie location. Change it. And also, we need to change this key, streaming keys later as well. For now, keep its default. Right, so we do this. The first thing I am going to make a new variable at the top of our project, and here streaming process. By default, I give it none. So right, in this case, I'm going to add a subprocess dot right open. So pop open right here is exactly command. Let's copy that Ffmpeg command, and the next variable will be cell equal to. Right, so for now, let's do this by subpreprocess.communicate. Alright, so we do that by stream star streaming equal, so in this case start streaming dot communicate, right? So it does mean we are going to start streaming. So I'm not going to test the brew for now. Let's start it now. Okay, so let's see what happened. Stop it first, and again I'm run it. Okay, so camera Raspberrypi either connect to our server. So that we got a message. Do you have any job for me to do? And I will say that I have a job for you here. Let's turn on camera. So let's do this by 2, and now you should see. And we should see a Ffmpeg. Wow, what happened there? And it encoded. Okay, so now you should see in our store, we should see a Tapian, and the movie is under streaming. Right. Okay, so if I change the project, open new tab in my terminal, I'm change to web and start React app and see what happened. And also we need to change the web app to my username in component player. To my username, leave a light channel to be my Tapian, because you know in Raspberrypi we are running on my channel name. So let's change it, and React app should be refreshed, and okay, refresh please, and open this to what, right, Tapian. Now you should see a video streaming. So let's stop it so you can hear my sound. So that is how we send a command from user. The API will be public to user, and we can validate access token and belong to user, and they can control their Raspberrypi camera later. For now, just make a sample like that. So okay, so we got the Raspberrypi is a streaming camera. So how do we stop it? The question is how do we stop it? So if I change it to stop streaming equal 4, and now we need to do what we can do. Because now Raspberry Pi is understand it's a boon, it default, and it will stream forever. So how do we stop it? So the first thing we need to stop the Raspberry Pi first, and we'll delete this, right? And let me show you how to stop a streaming process. Remember, I did variable a new streaming process. By default, is none. There's no streaming process. So when we got Ffmpeg command, I change it. Command and change this. So start streaming equal something like that. And now we can variable to this by equal like this. And problem is, in this case, we got global variable. So how do we set a global variable in the Python? We do this by global streaming process. So now you can set it global. And in another function, so if show camera. So in this case, I'm going to make a new function called stop camera. So first parameter is cell, and next stop camera. We don't need any more parameter because just stop it. So the first thing I need to verify the function is working. So print it to the console. Alright, for example, begin stopping camera. Now the first thing we need to check this. If streaming process, right, sorry, I'm missing like Node.js language in Raspberry Pi. If streaming preset is not equal none, and then we do something, and then we do, remember in Python, tab is very important. We need to make sure that. And tab and spray in Python language is very important. If it runs, it will not run correctly. If streaming is a process is none, that means we need to do equal begin stopping camera. And all the way L the ping to console. Right, no streaming pre-process, so we don't need to do stop. Right, so that. Okay, so we check this by we need to show camera is format. So in this case, I'm going to uncomment this, and we don't see a lot of clock in the console. Alright, so we need to check first if streaming in process when we got a new method. Streaming effort is not none, and then we do this, right, and all the while let's log to the console, bring the camera is on. So right, for example, let's make a new method for it. Streaming is in process. We are not accept more streaming. So in this case, on this project, I'm just want to do one streaming process at one time. So in this case, if we got Immutable, alright, so let's stop it first. If is a bill, and if streaming is not none, we do this, otherwise do this. And we need to do this way. Check it first. If is a bool, that means you got the user command, hey p turn on. If is a bool, and then we do this. We do this. And all the way. we do this. We call to stop camera. Call to shell.stop camera. Right, so that is how it works. Look easy, right? So okay, so let's start the Raspberrypi. Run this. Okay, Nginx is open, and now we should see what happened. Okay, we just need to verify. Oh, message from Raspberrypi. Hey, do you have any job for me? Yes, I will have a job for you right now. Let's stop. The first thing we need to do, see, like folder is empty. And right, so refresh this is no work because no video streaming. So let's send a job to Raspberrypi. And hey P, I got a job for you. Let's turn on camera, please. Start this. And streaming is in process. We are not accept more streaming. Oh, so what happened? So it means I got problem. Alright, so if it's a bool, we do this. If streaming is not none, global streaming. So I believe this. Okay, so if streaming is not processed, is not none. Let's see what else. Again, send again. Streaming is in process, and we are not accept if streaming in process. Okay, so I see problem because if streaming process is not none, that means no more streaming in process. We do this. So that means is not none. That means streaming is in process. So it should be like this. If streaming is process is none, that means no more streaming, and let's do start stream. And otherwise we do not. So we don't have to add not right here. So again, I stop Raspberrypi and start it again. And in our backend server, we got Pi. Hello, do you have any job for me? Yeah, I will have a job for you. Let's turn on camera, please. Streaming this, and so now streaming is in process. Now you should see a folder created, and we should see a streaming playlist appear. And now refresh this, and you should see a video streaming. And in this case, we are just going to streaming a movie on local folder, but in the next time we can do on the real Raspberrypi device, and we can change this command to input from a Raspberrypi camera, so it can be live stream a video to our server. Okay, so alright, so we got it. It's a streaming. Now you see that. And what happened if I change to stop it for? And now we need to stop it and see this. Receive equal for. Let's see. So what else? Stop camera. So I believe the Raspberrypi should be stop streaming. Right, let's do again. Just body stream equal 4 and send this again, streaming 4. Okay, so it doesn't work, so I'm going to fix again this. So we need to add to streaming to stop and begin to stopping camera. So we do this by stream process.kill, and we need to add something std in equal subprocess.py. Alright, so let's stop it again, and we need to remove this folder. It will automatically remove, but we don't want to it remove, so let's do it by start connection, and you should see a message from Raspberrypi, and we need to start true, and now you should see streaming is under pre-process. Alright, so we got a new folder, create, and we got playlist. And right here, I'm going to stop. That's it. Right, I believe it stopped. Okay. After debug something, I got fixed it, right? We need to remove this. So I'm going to make a test again by remove my folder. Right, so here we may choose. Right, let's uncomment this. We don't need to add communicate into streaming process. So this command is open that, and we start command. This start streaming video, and again I'm going to make it another test. So by example, I'm going to run it again, and we should see a new method job to do for me. And in this case, I'm going to make a true. Let's send this. We got running, and you should see a new folder created in my project, in streaming project. So which live streaming key in this case, and in this case I'll restart browser and we can see a video playing. Right, okay, so it works. So how would you stop it and make again with a test by change stream to 4, and we should see a begin stopping camera. So now in this case you don't see any more video sending to our backend server. So that is how we communicate from a Raspberry Pi to the server, and server send back a command to the Raspberry Pi and start camera or stop camera. So that is how it. And in this case, I'm going to send another duplicate if fail. Now you see a new method, got a method from the server, and we do need to show camera equal 4 and begin stop camera. And it doesn't work. We could no and change it to true, and we see streaming chat. Alright, so streaming kill, and I do after we stop camera. I do think we have to like this. I global streaming preprocess, and now after we kill this, we change to streaming process equal none. So now run again, and you should see open, and if change to true, it's working. It now is streaming, and it changed to 4, and that's mean to stop streaming 4, and with that, and stop camera. And again, if I change to 2, it should be start streaming. Got a method, and it should be streaming. Now you should see a new method. It's a debug, and that means a camera is streaming. Alright. So alright, okay, so that is how it works. And change to stop. Alright, that's. And so one more time, I can make a function in our connection to make sure we know Raspberry Pi either not connect or disconnect with our server. So in this case, alright, on connection. So here, ws.on close, and any reason, so we make it console log Raspberry Pi with ID. Exactly client ID we just generate for him. So in this case, using ESC Raspberry Pi camera with ID client ID is disconnected. Alright, this means disconnected. So Raspberrypi. Right, so disconnect, and in this case we can call the function this.remove client with client ID. And so here again, now server will restart. And now we see the connection is open. And right here we can see new P is connect. But what happens if I stop P? And that means our camera suddenly can be stopped by lost electrical or lost internet connection, and we see it stop it. And now in backend server we should see Raspberrypi camera which ID is disconnected. So we can see now it disconnect, and we can send to the user in the front end with WebSocket or notify email or any other way to send him, right, your camera just stopped. And so he know right what happened, and he can check in all the camera or any way. Okay, that is how it works. So in the next time, I recommend to do this when we got a new P is online. We send to the server with a message like this: ID streaming key. So right, let's make a test by. We don't need it anymore. So sap.send the message and comment this. So right, I'm going to do this. Message equal. Right, with ID equal type yeah, secret is a key, and action equal P online. And here we got another with the payloads exactly to an object with ID equal username, and we have the key. So right here, data method, and here how do we turn this method into a string? So we got it. Self.standard methods. Right, with a new method to be called. I'm sorry, because I'm utilizing Node.js. So methods. In this case, we do this standard method with JSON. We just import it in terms of class. Alright, JSON dot. Where is that? Right, I lost it. Alright, JSON dot dump to be methods. Right, so here let's see. Run this. And in our backend, we should see a method like this. A message received from Raspberrypi is connect action is a P online. We can detect is action P online. We could do instead to start to Raspberrypi camera, and he is online with a authorization secret key and ID, something like that. In our server backend, we can check what is the camera, or sometimes it's a free post from someone else, and we can verify, check in our database if this camera is registered by the user and make a notify. Alright, hey Toán, your camera is online. Alright, this is okay. So that is how I hope you will understand how we do connect. In this video, we just demonstration on my Mac OS, but on Raspberry Pi, this code should be running cool, no problem. So in Raspberry Pi device, we can change a command, just this, and we can install Ffmpeg on Raspberry Pi with Linux package. So we can change input for now is just tagging from a video, but in Raspberry Pi we can change input to camera up on Raspberry Pi. Okay, so I will stop a video right here and see you in next video. Thank you for watching and bye.